Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Boogie, and I'm with hardknocktv and my guy Nick. Westside, Westside, Westside.
You want to shout out the album at all, or
Who?
your album?
Oh, the album, yeah. Shout out to my album, Everything's for Sale. It's like the greatest shit in the world, man. It's lit.
Please no more meeting at Soho. Please no more thinking we bros. I ain't been seen it like, oh no. I ain't been seen it like, oh. I do not beef in the photos. I don't be tweaking for promo. I keep my thing on the low though. I got a team, but I'm solo. I do not speak what I don't know.
Let's talk about the album, Everything's for Sale.
Everything.
Tell me the concept behind that title.
Just a frustrated nigga, just like me, knowing how good you are in your field, but just understanding the climate of where we at and how it's more than just music. It's a bunch of people that rap good as me or whatever field you in. It's a bunch of people just as good as you. So what you gonna do to stand out? And it's sad, but in this time you kind of like gotta lose your integrity to get popping. And yeah, it's just a story of that person.
I listened to the album for the last 2 days, and I feel like it's one of those albums that you gotta listen to it a couple times to get all the layers to it. You have a lot of double entendres, double meanings, bars. How do you feel that fits into the current climate where when I turn on the radio, hear mainstream, a lot of the songs, you listen to them once and you already memorize them because it's all about the catchy hook or the just very like repeatable words. How does your album fit into that climate?
I think it's all about finding balance. Yeah, I still want to make sure that the people fuck with it, but I still want to make sure I feel good after I record the song. And I honestly think about myself before anybody when I record the song. And if I'm satisfied with it, then I just figure everybody else would be satisfied with it because shit, it got me this far. But yeah, I really don't think about other people. I honestly don't care about how my shit fit in. I just believe in it so good. And I realize the real shit always stand out. Like, we hear a bunch of music, but you feel me? The real shit still stand out at the end of the year. So
especially career-wise and longevity-wise, the storytelling makes careers a lot longer. I feel like, whereas like something can pop and pop quick, but it might not be around in a couple of years. Whereas the people who are really good storytellers, that's something that I think resonates throughout time.
Yeah, because the people who say like the niggas who really making music don't sell, that's just cap. Because like Dot and Cole still up there when they drop albums every time. So it's like,
whether they have something on the radio or they don't.
What you niggas gonna say.
Let's get into some of the tracks. Do you have a favorite track on the album?
Switch. Today was Time. That was the first time. Time was my favorite song. First time. Yeah, all right.
Is just so you're saying it just depends on your mood, or why does it switch?
I think it's probably because we just redid the beat recently, so it's kind of new to me still. It's probably because it's the newest song to me.
Tell me a little bit about the intro track to the album.
The intro track was me trying to try a new flow at the beginning. It's like kind of offbeat. In the past, I don't think I really did a lot of offbeat flows, but my boy challenged me to do a new flow, and I just wanted to like express myself. I wanted to make sure the album set the tone, and it started off like with niggas saying how they ain't want to hear no conscious shit, and when it's really like my subconscious telling me like, nigga, make some turn up shit, don't nobody want to hear this shit, but me pushing through that, and it's just fire. And then I bar up on the second half, and it's just dope.
Is that a battle that you fight a lot with yourself?
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to get that bag. If I really wanted to go in that lane and like just tap in and like all them type of records that stream big, I could do that. But yeah, it's just trying to fight that battle.
Why is it important to fight that battle and not give in to that?
Impact is important to me. The stuff I'm saying matters because it's still gonna be here after I'm gone. I don't want people to look back and like, this nigga was saying some bullshit.
When you posted about the album, I mentioned this a little bit earlier on, but you said, y'all know how many nights I cried over this. Too many, man. All the nights in the studio where I felt like I wasn't getting nowhere. Take me back to one of those nights.
That's a fire caption. Them nights, it was recent, a couple months ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. When you work for so long, like you said, I haven't dropped a project since 2016. And sometimes a lot of artists get caught up in the label. You just be sitting. Of course, I don't think that was my situation. I think it was all about timing, but those thoughts go through your head like, why am I not dropping music? Like, why am I not popping right now? I'm making all these songs for no reason. You know how good they are. So yeah, it was just frustrating. It was tough.
The album's very soulful. It kind of has like a laid back instrumentation for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Is that something that was intentional, or is that just kind of like something that happened? Or?
I think just by default, I'm an R&B nigga. My brain just automatically go to soulful type beats. And I'd be always having to tell myself like, okay, this project too slow, like do some turn shit. But yeah, I think it's church, probably church.
Tell me a little bit about the short film that you released today.
The short film is lit, it's fire.
For someone who hasn't seen it, how would you summarize it, what it's about?
The overall theme I think would be is somebody like sacrificing all of their integrity and everything they stand for to like get somewhere popping. See the depth of somebody's integrity.
It's crazy that the album's everything for sale, but I don't feel like anything's for sale when I listen to the album. Like I feel like you still stayed pretty like strongly too.
All right, there we go.
to your core.
Exactly,
So,
man. See.
It's interesting that you called it that, because when I first heard that was going to be a title, I was like, all right, is he going to start trying your shit? Is he going to try turn stuff? And then I heard it all the way through, and I was like, all right, I think it's more of a commentary on the climate of it, but not necessarily like you felt like you were selling.
Exactly.
Silent Ride is the second track on the album. Did a particular Silent Ride inspire that? Was that just kind of culmination of different things? Or?
Yeah, well, my girl here with me today, but we had like broke up. But yeah, that's where that song came from, because we had a little situation, and then on the way home, it just got quiet.
I feel like anyone who's in a relationship can relate to something like that, especially that second verse. What was it?
Exactly.
She read my text, I read her mind or something. I was like, man, like I could definitely...
Big plays.
Please No More Meetings at Soho. You and JID on the same track.
Yeah.
I think to me it's significant because you're two of the cats from the new generation that I'm most excited about.
That's what's up, man.
Why him in particular for that track?
Just that reason. Nah, besides him being my boy, and me and him being homies. I met him a couple years ago when we first coming up. But yeah, it just made sense because everybody put us in a box together. So get people.
But you have very different styles though. In terms like you have more of a laid back style. He has a little bit more aggressive in terms of just lyrically. You both are storytellers and lyricists, but you definitely have different styles in terms of how you deliver things. Is that something you guys work in the studio together, or just kind of send over tracks?
Nah, we've been sending each other records for years. Yeah, this one just worked out.
On Self-Destruction, you talked about hitting SZA up when you were drunk and her not replying.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind that, or?
I was at Coachella, and my big homie G Weeder, free him. He cool with TDE, and he just kept saying like, bro, you could pull her. He kept gassing me because he was acting like he was super close to her, even though he probably just met her a couple times. Yeah, so we met each other. She told me she liked my music, gave me her number, and then I was drunk. Like, yeah, man, we should link up. And yeah, I just didn't get no text back.
Y'all cool now? Is that something that went over? Or is like that just kind of like dead at the relationship?
I mean, she queen. Shout out to Scissor, man.
You do a lot more singing on this album.
Yeah,
Swap Meet, Skydive, and other parts. Is that something that you're becoming more comfortable with and you want to showcase more, or that's just the vibe that you have?
I gotta get these females. I'm just playing, but I'm not playing. But yeah, I just wanted to try new stuff. On Skydive and stuff, I sing in, like, I'm comfortable in that tone. I feel like on Swap Meet, I really like push myself to try new tones. Like I had some falsetto moments, and I was proud of myself. So yeah, it's lit.
Do you enjoy singing more or rapping more?
Singing is easier. I still like nice rap. I'm still gonna always choose rap.
Is singing easier just because that's what you learned first at church, or just?
Yeah, that probably is what it. I never thought about it, but yeah, probably is from church.
Rainy Days is the track that everybody's been waiting for since you announced that you were signed
Cheat Code, Eminem.
What was it like working on that track?
It was cool. I was at the studio high, still me and my boys, and then we sent it. We played it for him, and then we got it back, and it was turned.
When you were writing that, did you know that that was going to be the track that you were going to send to him, or it just kind of happened?
I just played him the album, and then I was like, matter of fact, well, somebody else must have said it. I think my boy said it. He said, matter of fact, this one, we should put him on.
How hands-on is he in the process of the album? Was it just like that track in particular?
Great thing about him, they let me do my thing because they know I'm the GOAT, so they just let me do my shit.
We had Royce in here last year.
It's my boy.
And he was saying that the track that you guys linked on, he was like, man, I walked by the studio and I heard that fire and I was like, I had to get him on the album.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah. Have you got a chance to work with him more since that track, or?
No, we only got that one record, but I'm sure we're gonna do a bunch of shit.
One of my favorite tracks on the album is Whose Fault.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really powerful track.
That was my favorite song for a long time too.
It's definitely one of the tracks that a lot of people who are in relationships can relate to. What was the inspiration behind that?
Me and my baby mama early on, our relationship got better over the years, but for sure, them first couple years was tough. Just being broke, having a baby, so it make you resent the other person like automatically. And yeah, just having to accept that somebody else gonna be around your kid for a dude is one of the toughest things, because you like, man, he playing basketball, my boy, he doing all this that I should be helping do. Yeah, and it turns to fights. yeah, just a story I know a lot of people go through.
You got some lines on there. You know the buttons to hurt me, and then you go stand on them. I seen the truth when I was buried in my shame. We already shared the pain. How about we finally share the blame?
Yeah, baby mamas know how to get under people's skin more than anybody, especially my baby mama. That's what I mean about the buttons to stand. It's like she know the exact words to piss me off. Yeah, and then the second verse, I think us both just accepting we both have fault. Yeah, and stop trying to look for change and let's just change.
Yeah, I think what I appreciate about that line was the maturity in that, because I feel having been in those situations, the agreeing that it's both of our faults, I think sometimes is the hardest point to get to, because everybody's got egos.
Egos is wild. It's a crazy thing.
Skydive 1, Skydive 2. What's the importance of having both of those tracks on the album?
Just conceptually, it's just fire having two songs named Skydive. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had them records that wasn't like super tough. I wanted to make sure I showed that side of me, and it's just about like taking a chance, not being sure what's gonna happen when you love is such a gamble. It's crazy, but I think everybody needs to take that chance. As corny as it sounds, I'm still from the West Side. Don't play me. But yeah, I think it's just something everybody need to take a chance on.
You got Black on there too.
My boy LVRN, West Side, West Side.
I think I talked about most of the stuff from the album. Is there anything from the album in particular that we haven't covered?
No, you did your shit, man. Good job, man.
All right. You were on a Snickers commercial with Elton John.
Bet I was.
What was that like?
Turnt. I don't really like acting a lot, but you know what I'm saying? It was lit. Me and El John, because he like super in tune with the culture. It's not like he not no pop star or nothing like that. He knows what's going on in hip hop. Yeah, Snickers are good.
It's funny you said that about Elton, because that was one of the things that surprised me. I used to work at Beats One, and he had a radio show on there, and he would constantly put new artists in his show. Did you guys talk about collaborating at all or working on some music?
No, I wasn't that thirsty, but he was telling me about like other artists, and it was just dope. I was like, nigga, you can't put me on. I know what's going on, but it's dope, you know. But
do you remember who some of those artists were?
A Boogie, Triple X. Those are two I remember off back.
What's left to accomplish for you?
Grammy. Yeah, I just want to be recognized as the greatest. Even though I already feel like I am, it's time like everybody else see it. I want to be able to get my mama from stop working this job she working at, because I'm tired of seeing that. Yeah, just help all my niggas get out their situation.
When you say you want to be recognized, what does that look like?
I guess the only thing right now would be Grammy. Couple million followers on Instagram, like a mansion, shit like that like rappers supposed to have.
What's the ultimate goal?
Just keep getting better. I don't want to get complacent. Even if I do get a Grammy, if God willing, I want to get more after that. Yeah, I'm trying to have the longest rap run ever. So yeah, I got a lot to do.
What does success look like?
My kid not having a struggle like I did.
My bad.
Wow, my boy. Success look like me doing interviews where the phone don't ring. My kid not having a struggle. All my people around me good with platforms to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, just my family being straight, man. Everybody being straight. Dope. And keep showing these kids. It's all about the kids. Trying to show these kids that, you know what I'm saying, to chase your dreams, and you ain't got to conform and be no weirdo. Well, if you is a weirdo, just be yourself, you feel me? It don't be no, like, weirdo.
Appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time out.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you for having me.